Good evening, everybody. Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark skinned activist, is in the building tonight. I hope you guys are having a fantastic weekend. I hope y'all are doing good. Lord have mercy, Jesus. You know, I have certain triggers that, and I'm sure we all do. And I'm kind of here tonight to talk a little bit about my triggers and um, some of the things that make me think on where I've been, where I come from, and that kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a trigger. So, first of all, before I even continue on, here we go. We got the haters that's coming out tonight. Man, why you even come on here and watch me? If you think I'm on here, Cunty G, telling another tragic sob story, you could be anywhere you want to be at tonight. You don't have to bring your ass up on here and watch me. You're really a fan in disguise, though, for real. You coming on here for BS. I be coming on here just to tell my story, and people be coming on here wanting to start shit with me. Here come Cunty G talking about I'm coming on here telling another tragic black woman sob story. What the fuck are you talking about? That's the story of the United States. If you mad about that story, then you need to look at this country and the history of how the tragic story of the black woman even got going. Instead of coming on here blaming me for telling my fucking stories. What is wrong with people, man? Don't come on here trying to start shit with me tonight. I'm trying to have a peaceful night. I'm trying. And you want to come on here starting shit. Maybe you just want somebody to address you. Just like they say, with some people, any kind of attention, whether it be a negative attention or a positive attention. They just want your attention and they want to be starting stuff with you. I'm not on here to start nothing with nobody. Can I tell my story? Can I tell? I thought this was my channel the last time I checked. I thought, I've been talking about dark skin for the longest. Why are you on here starting shit with me? Like, anyway, make sure y'all like this video because this person, you ain't finna, you better go on. You better take that shit somewhere else. Look, listen, I don't know if you're a man or a woman, but you just leave me alone tonight. Leave me alone and let me fucking be. Let me tell my fucking story. Good Lord. I don't try to stop a bitch from telling their story. If a person want to tell their story, talk about what they've been through, let them. I don't give a fuck. Quit trying to stop me from telling my story, man. Stop. Because that shit ain't going to work on me. It's just going to make me madder. But some of y'all want me to be mad and upset. Some of y'all so filled with the devil in you, got the damn devil in you. You want me to be mad and upset. You like it. You enjoy it. D Money. Anytime you enjoy seeing somebody suffer, you got to know it's something wrong with you. Hi, Daryl Phil, I feel. Shout out to you. Shout out to Amazing Tribe. Shout out to you. Yes, I'm gonna put y'all the people that's supporting me. I'm putting y'all comments up there because these haters they just be coming on here with their bullshit. Apparently they enjoy hearing what I got to say. They're entertained. They're entertained. Or else you wouldn't be bringing your ugly ass up on here. Like, Jesus Christ. I thought it was freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. For those of you who don't know, I started the world's first movement to eradicate what some people call colorism and what I call darkism. And I started it in 1998. It's the first movement in history to fight to end colorism. The first movement. There is not another one before me. People be lying and saying it is, but when I ask them to produce the evidence, they never can. Anyway, the movement I started is called dark skin activism, and it's the first movement in history to fight to end colorism, and I've been doing it since 1998. Before there was YouTube, social media of any kind, and reality TV people talking about colorism, I was here, the dark skin activist, calling out all acts of darkism. And I'm never gonna stop. I'm gonna keep on rolling. And in 2010, I decided to bring this unique, innovative movement online because it was no one doing what I was doing. The only person that comes close is a woman named Cola Booth. And in 2010, I created the first colorism channel on YouTube. And in 2015, I went viral for calling out Kendrick Lamar's darkism. And after that, that's when you started to see all these people on YouTube that you see now. That's when they started talking about colorism after I went viral and they found out about my work. And a lot of them criticized me and called me crazy, but they started copying my work. And so anyone you see talking about colorism online, whether directly or indirectly, it comes from Rashida Strober, the world's first and only dark-skinned activist. And dark-skinned activist does not mean an activist that's dark-skinned. Dark-skinned activist, which is a word, a term that I created to define what I do. It came from my brain. I created it. It's my brand name. It's trademark. What it means is that I'm an activist that fights against what I call darkism and colorism. I've written more books on dark skin than anybody in the world. My books include Darkism, 25 Ways Dark-Skinned People Are Discriminated Against, which you can get from my website, which is darkskinactivist.com, darkskinactivist.com. Also, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, which I wrote the play version and the book version. If you donate in any amount, I will email you an autograph. I'm sorry, it won't be autographed because it's email. I'm used to telling people I'll send them an autographed copy of one of my books. But in this case, I will email you a ebook copy of my book, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge, for any donations in any amount to my Cash App, which is $Rashidalala, $Rashidalala. And that's that Cash App I'm posting in the chat, and it's also in the description to this live. And you can get it at my website, which is darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. Once again, darkskinactivist.com. I have a play also by the name of A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge that I've been touring since 2006 on the Dark-Skinned Activist Tour. So get that book. Like I said, donations to my Cash App in any amount. You can get a free, well, obviously, it ain't necessarily free if you donate, but you know what I mean. You can get a free, you can get a ebook download of my book, A Dark-Skinned Woman's Revenge. Okay. So I was watching this documentary tonight or today. And the documentary featured a dark-skinned family. It also featured a white family as well. But it featured a dark-skinned family, right? And the dark-skinned family, one thing I can say about the dark-skinned family is that when you have a dark-skinned mom and a dark-skinned dad, that's go-getters, that's hustlers, and I'm talking about in a good way. I'm not talking about some illegal stuff. Don't get it twisted. You have better life chances. Y'all understand where I'm coming from? When you have, I'm the dark skin activist. This is how I think. This is how I think in terms of dark skin activism when I watch stuff. Okay, so I'm giving it to you from the dark skin activist, my brand point of view. That motherfuckers be on YouTube, been copying, trying to be me, but it's only one dark skin activist, bitch. Now I gotta go in on you motherfuckers, and I will. When you have dark-skinned parents that are not afraid to get out here and work hard, that are educated, even if they're not educated, they just have a hell of a work ethic, and they're willing to go out there and be go-getters and do what they need to do, your life chances are better than in my title, as you can see, dark skin, 6 kids, on welfare. And I ain't gonna necessarily say who this person is. I ain't gonna do that. I be trying not to do that. It ain't me. Because I made up in my mind when I seen this, I said, hell no, I ain't gonna be like this. I ain't finna run around having a bunch of children that I can't take care of as a dark-skinned black person. I'm not going to repeat what I saw other dark-skinned people go through and have to struggle harder than others who are not dark-skinned, who may be in their same position, but it's a little bit easier when you're not dark-skinned. Now, I'm not saying there are not poor, light-skinned, mixed race, white people. I'm not saying that. That is not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that the dark-skinned people have a little bit more of a harder time, unless you're like this documentary I seen. It was a PBS special, and they tracked these people from starting in 1991. I believe I was like 13 in 91 or something like that. So I thought back to my own upbringing and how opposite it was. Like this, two dark-skinned people, the mama, and the mama was like this go-getter type. Man, she's so inspiring. I don't even think that lady realized how I just started to, I said, damn, if only I had a dark-skinned mama like her. If only I would have had because I had a good dad that was on the same caliber as this woman's husband. Her husband was just phenomenal, fire. Man, worked so damn hard to take care of his, wouldn't take no, and I'm not against welfare because I've gotten it myself before. I'm not against it, but this man refused. In the documentary, he was like, no, I ain't taking that. He lost his job. He went out there and found another job. Man, worked hard as hell. And these people are like the same age as my parents now, because I was a teenager in the 90s. And their kids is about my same age. Kids grew up and did wonderful things, didn't get in no trouble with the law. You know, none of that. Listen, if you a dark-skinned person and your ass ain't got no money, you're broke. Don't go out here reproducing. Don't do it. You will mess your dark-skinned kids up. You will make their life harder. Now, if you a dark-skinned person like these two people that was in this, it's a PBS. I think it's called Two Families. Y'all can go watch it. It's a white family and a black family, and both of them was pretty much going through the same thing. Now, don't get it twisted. I have respect for the white family as well and what they went through. Y'all want to sit up here and make it seem like, oh, listen, I'm a humanitarian. I understand human beings. It's just I know that the dark-skinned people get it worse. And the mama, man, that lady said she took the real estate test. She took the real estate test 10 times. How many people you know gonna keep taking a test over and over? They keep failing, they keep getting back up. I watched this lady like, this lady does she realize that she's like a damn superhero? I don't think she even got it. The woman was like so resilient. Her and her dark-skinned husband, both of them, amazing human beings. Black excellence. And I could only think to myself as I watched this documentary, I said, if only I had dark-skinned parents like them. They are an amazing tribe. I could not agree with you more. If only I had dark-skinned parents that didn't mind going out there to get up and work, go-getters, never give up. See, that's the type of dark-skinned parents you got to have in a darkism world. Because it's going to be 10 times harder for your dark-skinned offspring. So you got to have, if you're going to succeed and make it a little less difficult on yourself as a dark-skinned person, I'm telling you right now, having her name was Jackie, that's her name. Having a dark-skinned mama like Jackie, and she paid for her oldest son to go to college. He was the first one to go to college. She ain't getting no Pell Grants. No student loans. This lady was a real estate agent. I was like, wow. That is the type of dark-skinned people we need. If you're not a dark-skinned person like that, then you need to become an antinatalist. You need to become an antinatalist. You don't even need to think about having no kids. Because I'm telling you right now, dark skin with 6 kids and on welfare, that's how your ass might end up. Especially being dark skinned. If you are not the type of dark skinned person that will be like, Harriet Tubman and Ida B. Wells and the black people, the strong, and then we throw this word strong black woman. These were people were strong for fucking real. For real. Not that fake shit. Not that fake shit. They were strong, and Jackie embodied the spirit of those dark-skinned ancestors that came before us. And all I could think, y'all, is if I had a dark-skinned mama like that, what could I have accomplished faster? If you got a dark-skinned mama that's a go-getter and a dark-skinned dad that's man, I'm telling you, you are blessed. You need to wake up and realize and thank these people every day. You need to, if your mama is a dark-skinned, hard-working woman that's a go-getter, you need to thank her. And your ass ain't living in poverty and you ain't all fucked up and messed up. You need to say thank you to her. If you got a dark-skinned daddy that's a hard worker, take care of you, take care of his family, do what he's supposed to do, you need to say thank you. You need to respect them. I mean, you respect your parents regardless, but I'm just saying. Because you could have been born into a dark skin to a dark skinned family where they succumb to all these social issues like drugs and alcohol and lack of education and all kinds of stuff. But if your dark skinned mama and your dark skinned daddy is a go-getter and they help you, they make sure they keep you on the right track, your ass done grew up and they helping you financially, or they just there for you, just good people, your ass need to say thank you. Because a lot of dark-skinned people is not like that. Y'all can be mad. Y'all get mad at me all y'all want. I don't give a damn. A lot of us are very dysfunctional. And it's in large part due to darkism because we don't get the same opportunity. But some of these dark-skinned people just break. They're going to break fucking through regardless. And that's the couple I watch, these two dark-skinned people. They did not, they are the definition. All these people hollering about don't give up. You got to live that. You got dark-skinned parents that's living that life for real, embodying it. Man, you just don't know what you got. You just it's worth more than gold. Cause some people got sorry ass. When they was born into this world, they came in already losing because of the person they came from. That's just what it is. They came in already behind and have to claw their way up. How do I know this? Because I was one of those people. Yeah, I was one of those people. And it's 10 times harder if you born to the wrong dark-skinned parent. Damn sure lives. Be mad. I know I'm going to have some haters that's going to listen to this and they're going to get in their feelings. But you can get into your feelings, but you can't change the facts of what a person like me on actually been through. Sure, Amazon tried. Yeah. Let me put what Kiana of Ozone said. Let's see what you're saying here. You said, I come from middle class family, so I understand. I was actually thinking something similar the other day. So you come from a middle class family. Now, just imagine. Now, when we talk about the middle class, we know that the middle class, irregardless of race, we know that the middle class have different values. They just do. Education wise, get up and go to work in the morning, 9 to 5. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I always admired people that could work 5 days a week, 8 hours a day. You know why I admire that? And Keanu of those Stones, maybe your middle class family, that's what they represent. Maybe. Because I didn't have that growing up. I used to have to go stand in the line some days back in the day when they used to give out the paper food stamps. My mom would keep me out of school, stand in line. I'd be standing in line while she talking to her friends. If I'm blind, I'm flying. I can't make this up. And my oldest brother, way before I was born, he older than me, about close to 10 years older than me. Come to find out, she used to do the same thing to him. Government cheese. How many times have I stood in line on the day to go get government cheese? So that's all I say. To me, black people that got up and went to work 5 days a week, 9 to 5, like, ooh, child, I admired the out of that. Like, and then especially if you own a business. Now, if you own a business, I really admire you and it's profitable. Oh my God. That to me is just the pinnacle of and if we look back, honestly, that's why I made another statement that I said, I wish I was born either during slavery or right after, or at the end of slavery, sometimes towards the emancipation. Yeah, that might seem crazy to some people. I don't give a fuck. One thing about it, black families were intact, way more intact than they are now, in my opinion. Black people were entrepreneurial. Black people, the black man and the black woman was together because there was no welfare state. So to me, it was more of a togetherness of the black man and the black woman and the black family. And I would have liked to have been a part of that. I would have liked to have experienced that. I'm sad that I didn't. I wish I was born in that era. I know people say, well, discrimination, slavery, but even with all the discrimination that black people went through, I still think those black folks is better than the ones today. Y'all could be mad. They better than y'all asses. Shit. They better than y'all. I would take them over y'all. I sure would. I take the Reconstruction black people over the ones of the modern day. Give me those people. Kiana says, I would say maybe segregation times. We were stronger. My grandparents' time, they were born in the late 20s and 30s. Yes. A lot stronger. And black people was not afraid to work. They were not afraid to do what they need. I mean, their families, yeah, they might. Now, see, they had a lot of kids at that time. But that was okay because the mom and the daddy was there and they were both working. They was doing what they needed to do. Them dark skinned families was together. Give me that kind of blackness. Give me that. I'll take that any day over what I see now. I'll take it. If I could have a wish to go back or a wish, that would be it. Let me go back to let me get the Reconstruction. I'll take all the racism, the darkism, and all that, because those black people, to me, they were more mentally strong. They were able to succumb. We got all these modern conveniences now, technology. And to me, I just think that the black folks of old, in my humble opinion, the morals, the ethics, how they operated, the black family, it was of a higher caliber. And it wasn't unusual. We have let other people come into our community and dictate to us what the fuck we supposed to be doing. Let me tell you what we're supposed to be doing. We're supposed to be the black man, and y'all already know dark skin activism started because I wanted the black man to reconcile his relationship with the dark skinned black woman. And I'm saying the same goddamn thing. We are supposed to be the black man, the black woman supposed to come together and build the black family. That's how that shit supposed to go down. But black people allow other people to come into our fucking communities and tell us what the fucking agenda. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what the fuck the agenda gonna be. I'ma decide. That's one thing about me. A bitch is not going to tell me what it's going. I'm gonna tell. First of all, God directs me. Second of all, human beings are not gonna tell me how the shit is supposed to go. If that ain't how it's supposed to go, I'm gonna tell me how it's supposed to go. I don't play that shit. Flames 2.0 says, I'm sad I didn't get to experience it too. Maybe we're romanticizing it too much because things were really bad. Well, that's the thing. I'm actually not romanticizing it. I'm saying I'll take all that, the shit that came along with it, because I feel that the benefits of black togetherness were more than what it is now. Black people now are so, some of y'all are so fake and superficial and fucking phony. You're fake. You're not real. There's no more Malcolms, no more Martin Luther Kings. You got all these fake people, black folks running around, shucking and jiving. They're not trying to uplift their people. They don't have sincere hearts. You fake as hell, especially with stuff like the internet. You'll say anything because you're trying to get views, you're trying to get money. You don't care about black people. That's why man, I'm just, let me tell you, I understand that, Jacqueline Thompson. That's why listen. I said I'll take all the. You got to take everything that come along with it. You can't just, for me. I'm not just gonna be like, oh, well, let me just go back and whatever. No, I'm willing to take all the stuff that comes along with it. I just think that black people were of a better quality back then, even with all that going on. Right. Kiana says things were really bad, but the people had more love for each other. They did, and I think it was more sincere. And now it's fake. People are saying our people want to please other people. Why? Why the fuck are you trying to please other people? You need to be trying to please yourself and doing what is right. Don't do shit that's detrimental to your own people, but that's what we be doing. That's what we be doing to each other. We be doing some old, man, I'm trying to tell you. I'm just over it. I seen that black family for, like I said, they followed them from 91, I believe, up into 2014. And I just said, man, if we could just multiply those types of families, I was just in awe of them. Her name is Jackie, and I forget her husband's name. But if you go YouTube, PBS Frontline, Two Families, you can see what I'm talking about. I mean, the spirit of her husband, he was just epitomized a strong black man. Like, damn, I was in awe of them, their whole entire family. These beautiful, dark-skinned, intelligent, hardworking people that's just blew me away. How did we get to people like where I came from, in the hood, don't want to do nothing, don't got no get up and go? What the? I mean, I don't understand it. It's always a way to work yourself out of a problem. Oh, okay, Kiana, love you too, darling. Yeah, that's what they want. They want to get rid of Amazing Tribe. They don't want to see two dark-skinned people together. They don't want to see that. I truly believe that there's an agenda to break dark-skinned people up. That's why when I be seeing dark-skinned couples like that, I be happy as hell. I be so damn happy when I see a black man with a dark-skinned black woman and he taking care of that woman. Let me tell you something. That to me is one of the best sights in the world, because so much have been done to try to destroy the black man and the black woman from being together and creating a family unit. So much have been done to destroy it. And to the ones that are not allowing that destruction and they're persevering and they're pushing on, the ones that are not allowing it, you know, I just, that right there, man, y'all just don't know. I feel like, okay, there is some hope here. Lakeitha says, I am just happy to see black men and women together. I know, me too. But I can't tell you no lie. It makes my heart sing when I see that dark-skinned woman raising that family with that black man. Dark-skinned black man, brown-skinned black. I'll be happy as hell because we done been through the worst shit. And to see the black man sticking with us, staying there, raising a family, going to work, handling his business, not being afraid. That right there is what dark-skin activism is all about. Not about being like how I was, coming up in a family where it's poverty, single parent. I don't want to be like that. I don't want black people to be that way. That's a miserable, my existence was it's so many black dark skin like that and came into that miserable existence. Oh, I said, if you know you're dysfunctional, if you know you messed up, please do yourself a favor and become anti-natalist until you get it together. Don't bring other dark-skinned people into dysfunction. Don't do it. That is the humane way. Anti-natalism means you're just refraining from reproducing. Now, once you get it together, you know, get married, have your economic situation together. And I'm not saying it has to be perfect, have your mental state together, then yeah. But if you know you just in dire straits and you young, teenager, what the hell? No, you don't need to be doing none of that. Not in this day and time. Now, it was a different ball game, like I said. During slavery and Reconstruction era, that was different. Black people was just fresh out of slavery. The possibilities were really endless for them because it was a new, they had to figure out, okay, I'm out of slavery and this is new. And it wasn't all the stuff that's going on now. You know, after slavery, yeah, they did create the prison system, the black codes and all that. But what I'm saying is we came out of togetherness and intactness, and over time, yes, the racism has sort of eroded that. But that era when they're coming into Reconstruction was just like, man, full of possibility, full of hope. And that is what I wish I could have experienced. The true black camaraderie. It doesn't, to me, exist today. It's not real. Okay, here we go. How many times have I heard this argument? Jesse Brooks says, I'm a dark-skinned black woman, and in my 26 years of living, I can't name a single time where I faced discrimination for being dark-skinned. Good for you. I don't even know if I feel like addressing this tonight because it's actually annoying. I have ran into, I'm not saying that to be disrespectful. I'm saying it because I've heard this in my walk to dark-skinned activism more times than I can count. I've heard dark-skinned people sit here and go, which to me, I feel like you're bragging, talk about you have not experienced dark-skinned discrimination. Well, guess what? There's billions of dark-skinned people on the planet who have. So you're going to negate their experience because of what you have not experienced. I think that's rather selfish to sit there and I take it as bragging. To sit there and brag about, oh, I haven't experienced dark-skinned discrimination. when other people have. Just because I don't leave this alone because I don't want to belabor this. That's the point. I'm gonna keep talking about dark skin discrimination. I don't care if dark skinned people come on here and proclaim what they haven't experienced. Well, there's, like I said, there's billions others who have. So I'm not talking to you then. Just because you haven't experienced it, which is great for you, fantastic for you, that does not negate the hundreds of years. Because make no mistake about it, slavery was darkism. Slavery in and of itself is dark skin discrimination. So are we going to negate the experiences of the slaves, the enslaved Africans? That makes no sense to me. I'm going to move on from that. Because that just, when dark skinned people say that to me, it just makes me, it's very upsetting. And it's very disrespectful. Because I can read between the lines. I can read between what you're saying. Oh, I ain't experienced it. I don't know what y'all talking about. Well, so what? I'm gonna move on. Because I'm y'all not finna make me angry and upset tonight. I ain't finna go through that. I be getting mad as hell when people be coming with just it ain't worth it tonight. I don't feel like going through all that tonight. I was praising that dark-skinned family. And I'm very happy that that dark-skinned family kept on fighting and kept on doing their thing. And you know, I just like I said, I wish that I could have experienced that life. But yeah, y'all, that documentary, please, if you get a moment, go watch it. Go watch it. And the dark-skinned children they raised, man, just phenomenal. You know. Well, I don't hate nobody. You're the boss. I don't hate nobody. What I hate is inequality. I've said that more times than I can count. I hate inequality. Yeah, Lakeitha, it actually is. I was born and raised in Florida. And I've experienced darkism my entire life and continue to experience it. Oh yeah. It's man, it runs deep in the family down here in Florida, in families, because people actually do think that they are better because their skin is a little lighter. So some of y'all, that might be hard to believe, but I've seen people behave this way. I've heard the words that have came out of their mouth when they talk about how their hair is better because they got softer, greater hair. Or when I've been accused of being jealous of light-skinned women. That's what I said. I don't care that people come on here and talk shit about me on the internet because there's nothing you can say to me that ain't already been said before I brought dark skin activism, the first movement to eradicate colorism, onto the internet. This shit already been said to me. I don't care. It's not going to stop me from calling out the darkism because I've heard it all, and I'm just not going to be deterred by anybody, you know. But that dark skin family, seeing a dark skinned family that's intact, parents ain't on drugs, and then nobody ain't in prison, and you know, people get unemployed and all that kind of stuff. This is America. That's the nature of capitalism. There's going to be unemployment. There's going to be cycles that the economy goes through. So that's everybody is impacted by that. But I just think dark skinned people get it the worst because of the extra added discrimination and darkism that they have to experience. But if you got a dark skinned family of hustlers and hard workers that's willing to go out there and go get it, like Jackie was. That lady said she took that test 10 times. And when I heard her say that, I was like, wow. Because I love a person. I don't give a damn what color they are. That not getting, if they fall down, they get their ass up and keep on fighting. I don't like weak people. You're supposed to keep going. That's just what how that's just the nature of being a human being. But we do have a responsibility, though, dark-skinned people that don't got their shit together. You have a responsibility and a duty to be an antinatalist if you do not have your shit together. You have a responsibility. You have a human duty to your unborn child to not bring them in the world if your shit ain't together. Because all you're going to do is bring them into suffering. I hear the story all the time. You seeing these people like, what the fuck are they thinking? What the fuck are you thinking? You homeless, you got drug problems, you drink, all kind of, and it's what the fuck do you want to bring a human being into all of that for? It's your bullshit. It makes no sense to me. It's quite selfish. Just, stop procreating. If you don't have it together as a dark-skinned person, just don't procreate. Find a way. There's birth control. There's abstinence. Why bring other dark-skinned people into your foolishness? Don't do that. It's not fair. Work on getting yourself together first. There's so many selfish people that just don't care. They do not care. They don't care. They only care about themselves and the instant gratification. But they don't care what's going to happen to that child when that child comes into this world and is faced with all these damn isms. I'm saying you have an opportunity to care. So you don't become dark-skinned with 6 kids and on welfare. Every young person I meet that don't got no kids, if they'll listen to me, I literally beg them, please do not do this to yourself. Please. Please. And the smart ones have listened. And I've seen some of them that didn't listen. And boy, look here. When it rains, it pours. When it rains, it pours. But some people that you're not going to be able to save them from their destruction. Come in one ear and go out the other. And then they'll sit there and bitch and complain after not listening. That's the amazing part about it. You sit there and whine and bitch and complain when you could have went a different route and you were told. You had positive influences around you that's telling you, hey, this is what it is. But some people, they have to go through it in order to understand it or to learn the lesson. And that right there is a bitter pill to swallow for me, because why go through all of that? Isn't that why people get mentors? So they can, get the advice of their mentor and bypass all the hardships of whatever, trade they're trying to get into? I don't understand it. But that's all I wanted to say. I'd like to thank everybody for listening tonight. And thank you, Amazing Tribe. I appreciate you. I want to thank all the people in the chat, even the ones I disagree with. Thank y'all for listening. And if you want to make a donation to my campaign, you can go. I'm gonna put this in the chat. My Cash App is $Rashidalala. Once again, $Rashidalala. Once again, that is $Rashidalala. And I'm gonna get off here. It's 10:30. Because I'm getting sleepy, but maybe somebody needed to hear this tonight and be encouraged tonight. And I hope, even I hope, I know somebody is encouraged. And thank you for listening. Have a good night. The world's first and only dark skin activist, Rashida Strober.